Alright, so moving on to the next part of our notes. So what if you want to find the original price of an item? Okay, so let's say we have a pair of shoes that are on sale for $33. So that's the sale price, okay? Excuse me. And sometimes advertisements will do that. They'll tell you the sale price and they'll say, oh, from a 40% off sale, because it kind of sounds more appealing when you have $33, when it's like, oh, you have a pair of shoes that are $33 off and it was 40% off. They might not tell you what the original price is because they might not want you to know what the original price is, because then you don't, whatever you don't know, then you're just like, oh, wow, it's on sale, I can go and buy it. But of course you're going to know better because you're going to know how to find the original price of the item. So shoes are on sale for $33 with a 40% off sale. So the sale is 40% off, and the sale price, so we already know the sale price is $33. So what is the original price? The original price of the shoes, okay? So in order to figure out the sale price, first we got to figure out what percentage are we going to be looking for. So the sale price is actually, so this is going to be 100%, because the original price, this represents our original price, is the whole. The whole is going to be 100%. The original price is 100 minus, and this question mark should not be there. So again, that won't be on your worksheet. Don't worry about that. 100% minus, so whatever the discount is. Our discount for this problem is 40%. So it's 100% because that's our original price, that's the whole, minus the discount, which is 40%. 100 minus 40, off the top of my head, I already know that is 60% of the original price, okay? So technically what we're looking for is 33 is 60% of what number? Okay, so 33 is 60% of what number? So based on the worksheet that we worked on yesterday, think back to the wheel. Okay, so we know our percent and we know our part. So what are we actually trying to find? What is it that we're actually trying to look for? Okay, so you can turn to the back of your paper. We're going to discuss that right now. So I have my division sign here, okay, because what are we trying to look for? If we already know our percent, we already know our part, we're trying to figure out the whole. So that's what we're aiming for. We're looking for the whole. Sorry, gotta move that down. We're looking for the whole. So technically, we're supposed to have our whole, our part, divided by our percent. So it's our part divided by the percent. Okay, if you want to think of it, or another way to look at it is, if you see this right here, I have an equation written out. This is our equation to find the percent, right? Which is this, or not the percent, to find our part, because we already know our percent, which is 60%, and then of course turn it into a decimal, move it 2 places to the left, so it's 0 and 6/10, times the whole will equal our part, which is 33. Okay, it's the same thing as doing this, because if you remember back to when we were learning about one-step equations, all we have to do, so since we're multiplying our 0 and 6/10 times the whole, we would have to divide 0 and 6/10 on each side so that we can balance the equation and we can get rid of the 0 and 6/10 to get the variable, which is our whole, by itself equals 33 divided by 0 and 6/10. So again, numerator is inside the house. Our denominator is outside. So we gotta, before we do anything, we gotta move our decimal to make it a whole number. So move it over once. So we gotta move our decimal over once here. 6 goes into 3, 0 times. 6 goes into 33 5 times. 5 times 6 is 30. 33 minus 30 is 3, bring down the 0. 6 goes into 30 5 times, and then we're done. 6 times 5 is 30, and so we're left with 55. So that is our original price, $55. what we just did here is exactly the same thing as what you would do here. We take our part, which is 33. I'll write that off to the side here. So equals 33 divided by our percent in decimal form. Remember, always in decimal form. Okay, you're not going to just be dividing 60%. That's incorrect. You've got to turn your percent into a decimal. So it's 60% in decimal form, which is 0 and 6/10, or 0 and 60 hundredths. So 33 divided by 0 and 6/10. Okay, I just showed it like this in this way because if you want to think about it in our percent formula of finding the part, which equals percent times whole, this is our part equals percent times our whole. We don't know what our whole is, but if we have 0.6 times the whole equals 33, then we can just cross, we can, oh my goodness, I'm getting tongue-tied, I apologize. To find the W, to find our whole, we need to divide each side because it's a multiplication problem. The opposite of multiplication is division, so we got to divide 0 and 6/10 on each side, which is the same thing as doing this. Haha, you see that there? So 33 divided by 0 and 6/10 is 55. So our original price of this item is $55. So the shoes that are on sale for $33 with a 40% off sale, the original price was $55, which is a huge discount. 40%. That's a big discount. And since 40% is close to 50, you kind of want to see what would, so you can even use common sense and think about, okay, well, what's half of 55? And if you're around that ballpark, then you're getting close to what the answer should be. Okay, if it's more than, if the shoes are on sale for, so let's say the shoes are on sale for $33, what would be double that price? Well, it's $66, right? So we come to 55 because it's not quite 50% off. We have a 40% off sale. So we, just using common sense, you already know, okay, it's going to be somewhere between $66, but much less than that because we're not doing a 50% off sale, it's a 40% off sale. If you need more clarification about that, please raise your hand and let me know if you're needing more clarification on that. But it's just something to think about. Think about what your percentages are, and you know what your baseline percentages are: 25%, 50%. And whatever percentage you're looking for, you got to figure out, okay, is it around those baseline percentages? Okay, so now that you know how to find the original price, I want you to do the try this. Discount on a DVD is 50%. It is on sale for $10. What is the original price of that DVD? Okay, I know that some of you might not use DVDs anymore. Probably everybody is using Blu-rays, but that's okay. I still buy DVDs. I still buy VHS tapes sometimes. But for this problem, they're asking you what the discount on a DVD is. If it's the discount on a DVD is 50% and the sale price of that DVD is $10. So they want to know what is the original price. So go ahead and try this and attempt it. If you don't understand how to find the original price, look back on this video and look back on this example and just follow the same steps that I did. Then once you've done this, try this, move on to the next video. Do not move on to the next video until you've attempted this, try this, so I can go around and I can check your answer and stamp it. But do not wait for me to stamp your answer before moving on to the next video. Once you finish that, try this, you're going to move on to the next video. All right?